Hey guys, it's XGU here. Today I'm on Pixiv and I'm going to try the Pixiv Request feature, which is something that came out about a year ago, but I haven't had the chance to try it until now. So I'm going to go over how to get a commission on this service and actually try it out for myself. So without further ado, let's get started. The process for getting a commission on Pixiv Request is very similar to Skeb, which I've covered in a previous video linked down below in the description. But you get one chance to send your request to the creator with a certain amount of money. They can choose whether or not to accept it or decline it. And after that, there's no further communication. So whatever the artist delivers after the deadline is final. If you require something more specific, I still recommend going through a traditional commission process where you directly message the artist themselves. So something that makes Pixiv Request different from Skeb is the co-request feature. Using this, you can see in-progress commissions from other artists, and if you like any of those, you can press co-request, and then you will be receiving the same piece of artwork that the original requester did. So this is the page for all of the in-progress commissions. If you scroll through this page and you find something that you like, you could click co-request and pay the commission amount, and you would be receiving the same artwork as the person who originally sent the commission. Now, the benefit for the creators is that they can get paid multiple times by different clients for the same piece of work. So you might be wondering what the benefit of co-requesting is, but to be honest, I don't really see much reason to co-request here besides you want the original file, which comes in the form of a GIF file, as you can see here. But as a demonstration, today I'll also be doing a co-request in addition to a regular request. For today's example, we'll be requesting a commission from this user ETT. Under the request tab here, you can see the previous works they've done. They have quite a big history of doing commissions, so we're going to try sending them a request. And here's the request field. The artist is able to leave a description of the types of things they are willing to accept. So as you can see, they have different prices for different types of compositions. So we're going to go ahead and enter the request details here. I'm going to just copy and paste that. All right, so that's done. Now we're going to add some tags. All right, we've added the tags, and I'm going to leave the amount at 25,000 because I just want a thigh-up picture, as they've stated in their description. I'm going to set it to all ages because this is not an R18 request. And with that, I'm ready to confirm the details. So this is the confirmation page, and we have a couple of payment methods, PayPal and credit card. I believe PayPal is unavailable for any R18 requests, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to use PayPal this time, so we're going to click agree, and we're ready to send the request. So as you can see here, the request has now been sent. The artist has 1 week to approve it, so all that's left to do now is just wait. So I just got a notification that the request has been accepted. Now I just wait until the work is completed. Going back to the co-request feature, you can see that my request is now on the in-progress requests page. This is also directly viewable on the artist page itself, so you can see all the current requests that they are working on under the request tab. There are not that many ways to filter the in-progress requests. You can only go by the work type and whether it's all ages or R18. I hope that they implement more filter features in the future, but I wanted to try out the co-request feature as long as I'm at it. So I scrolled down a little bit and I found something that seems pretty interesting. So I'm going to take a look at this one, and we can see the person has sent a request, artist has accepted, and you are also able to co-request anonymously. And you should also note that co-requests cannot be canceled. So we're going to go ahead and try co-requesting this and see what happens. So I have completed the co-request. All that's left to do now is wait. I'm kind of excited to see how this turns out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. The final artwork reveal. Here on the request page, we can see that the request has been completed and posted on the artist's Pixiv page. We have the option to send a fan letter. Fan letters can be sent up to 1 week after the artwork has been delivered. And the gift file here is just a PNG of the original work, so I can download that here. But I'm going to go ahead and write a fan letter now. It lets you send a private message to the artist as thanks for completing the work. So I'm just going to copy and paste, but with that, I can send the fan letter off, and the commission has now been completed. So going back to the co-request that has also been completed, we can see that the artist has posted the requested work. And since I am a co-requester, I am able to send a fan letter and download the GIF file, which in this case is a PSD of the original image. In this case, the GIF file is just the image itself. So basically, once you've co-requested, you get exactly what the original requester received. So at the moment, I would say there really isn't too much incentive to co-request on Pixiv, but this could change in the future depending on how Pixiv tweaks this feature. One last thing that I want to touch on is R18 requests. You might see here that the R18 button is grayed out and you're not able to click it, and it says R18 requests are restricted. This could be for a couple of reasons. One reason is that the artist is not accepting R18 requests. I believe it is a setting they can turn on and off. The other thing that you might see is that your request cannot be sent because there are no payment methods that can be used for R18 requests in your region. Now, there's actually a way to get around this that I found, and that would be to change the language to Japanese. As you can see here, I've changed the language to Japanese, and now I'm able to check the R18 box and send a request normally. I also tried some other languages like Korean, and I run into the same issue. So at the moment, the current workaround to send R18 requests is to change the language into Japanese. This concludes my tutorial on Pixiv Request. If you found today's video helpful or interesting, leave a like on the video. If you have any other questions, leave a comment down below and I'll try to respond to as many as I can. But that's it for today, and see you next time.